I moved to the country.
In early June, the nights become my days. My truths and my stories are all I recall.
They're looking for someone to teach a night course at the college. It's not going to be anything like New York, Richard. No knives, no drugs. Sweet country people.
The only course I'd consider teaching is a gay lit class. It's what I couldn't do in the high school.
The dean is a friend of mine.
Well, I guess that's everyone. I'm Richard Hall. Call me Richard. We're going to be exploring thousands of years of gay and lesbian literature together.
I have no money for books. Neither does William.
You can download most of it online. I know. Internet access isn't great up here. But I'll circulate my own books and make copies. You shouldn't have to buy anything.
How much time is there, Richard?
12 weeks. Well, let's talk about the material. What periods interest you? Modern stories? Medieval? Classical?
I'd like to read some stories about women living in the countryside.
Say your name for me.
I'm Millie Herkimer.
Any relation to the Herkimer School outside of town?
My grandfather's sister actually founded it. I was named for her, but it's not a school anymore.
Rural stories. We could read fried green tomatoes. Right. No one reads anymore. Well, they made a movie out of this one.
Could we look at some of the classics? The Greeks?
Of course. Plato. The Symposium.
Did any of them write about war, battlefield friends, that kind of stuff?
Don't ask, don't tell, right? There was a collection a couple years back. Afghanistan stuff. You guys vets? But let me ask, why'd you decide to take this course?
It was my idea. I heard things have changed, though you'd never know it in the valley. They keep us in the dark.
People around here don't talk. Everyone's supposed to act a certain way, be a certain way.
Maybe we would like to borrow some of that pride.
And the clothes. One of them looks like Daniel Boone.
Country people are different, but you were sick of the city. You outgrew it.
It outgrew me. Especially after Dan died. Everything moves faster. Every year. It's the cell phones. What was I supposed to do? Go on Grindr?
They have cell phones here.
Well, these folks act like they've never even heard of the internet.
Hippie kids, maybe. Homeschooled?
I imagine some van picking them up from the parking lot.
I know of a commune. The next town over. Left over from the 60s.
Hey, you ever heard of the Herkimer School?
The county runs that place now. It's a halfway house for the mentally ill. Beautiful building. I should see if they have anything they want to consign.
Yeah. I'll leave a copy of Baldwin with the office for next week. Thank you.
I'm Israel Solomon. I haven't sat in a classroom in many years. I used to run the drugstore in town.
Oh.
It was my family's. I had to sell it as I got older. Thank you so much for doing this class.
It was my pleasure.
I get out and see the countryside. It'll be good for your soul.
Hi there.
I was told you had some lambs you want to consign?
We have a bunch like this. Came to the building, I think.
This used to be a school for girls?
A while back.
The current residents, are they voluntary or do they have to be here?
They're not committed, if that's what you mean. Some have day passes. Mostly they're just here.
Well, I dated at 1840, 1850. It's beautiful. It's hard to tell what it'll go for.
I'll look out for you, James.
Do you all live together?
We've known each other a long time.
It's not a commune, is it?
How'd you guess, Richard?
Where is this place?
Just off Hope Avenue.
You grow vegetables or something?
Timothy, sorghum, alfalfa, plus a lot of weeds.
Some of you remember David Whitmore. We were classmates, and then we worked in the drugstore. I used to go into work just to be able to stand near him, but I never had the nerve to tell him how I felt.
There were some letters that were discovered between me and another teacher.
Around here, they say it goes against traditional family.
There are all kinds of different families.
I mean, it goes against my family.
Is there trouble at home?
I couldn't go home after the army. I couldn't face them. Decided to go on my own.
It's wrong to feel how you feel?
I feel like I've been riding the rails ever since then.
When you're drawn to someone, when you're attracted, it's a window to a greater truth, which, if once beheld, you would not be after the measure of gold and fair youths, but holding converse with truth, simple and divine, and be immortal. What's he trying to tell us, James?
It's above me, Richard.
Are you entranced with fair youths? Can you contemplate a greater truth? What ladder is he asking us to climb? And what will we find when we get to the top? Yeah.
Did I wake you?
Couldn't sleep.
The store? Nobody turns a profit the first year?
No. The students.
I still think they live in a commune.
They're probably growing pot in the woods somewhere.
Country people keep to themselves.
There's some big secret.
Richard, you're taking care of yourself?
I feel fine. Hey, did you work here when Israel Solomon owned it?
I think that was before my time.
I see.
Recognize them? We took it in Albany one afternoon. There's a place there that lets you strike old poses.
On an outing? For the day?
Leave the boy alone.
Shove off, Israel.
William, you were always a bad sport.
Can we get back to Willa Cather? What did y'all think of Paul's case?
We don't want to hear stuff like this. It doesn't move us forward.
We want to see some happier stories, is what he's saying.
This is our last class. Maybe we could get a drink in town after.
It's been a wonderful class, Richard. You should have come up here a long time ago.
I hope I've offered you more than literature. Courage, maybe? Or freedom?
All the stories moved me. They were so rich and varied. But many were sad.
Maybe we choose our life or its challenges.
Maybe it's too much for some people.
Maybe some people have their whole life ahead of them.
How much time is there, Richard?
You want something that doesn't end? Stays the same forever?
I've had too many endings.
Oh, I got something that will cheer you up. I found it in a box of stuff I bought at the auction. It's a picture of our store from the 1800s. I can date it easily, too. 1856. They just cleared the land next door for the post office.
Someone's pulling your leg, Meg. It's just a joke picture. One of my students had his portrait taken there the other day. W.A. Reed's in Albany.
Someone's pulling your leg, Richard. That store's been closed for 50 years. There's a Burger King there now.
Where is this place?
Just off Hope Avenue.
It took a while to find them all.
It was my idea. I heard things have changed.
I rise, but it's a face.
It was Millie, not her aunt, who founded the school.
In early June,
There were some letters that were discovered between me and another teacher.
nights become my
Israel Solomon sold the drugstore 100 years ago.
My truths and my stories are all I recall.
James couldn't go home to his family after the war.
Decided to go on my own.
I'm like stars. I rest beneath the lake.
What ladder is he asking us to climb? And what will we find when we get to the top?
The skies cause me to ache. I lie in the field till the crickets retire and move through the night like a poem.
Hello?
Guess who just sent me an email?
Who?
The dean. He said your class is full for the next 2 semesters, with a wait list. What are you teaching over there anyway?